When it comes to current and future warfare, one defining element that just can't get enough attention: speed. Equally true in the global commercial sector, where satellite connectivity continues to take on new urgency and break through to new levels. Isotropic Systems and SES satellites are working phase 1 trials of new antenna technology, multi-beam antennas, intended to create much higher throughput and bring soldiers on the ground near instantaneous information they need.
On high throughput, again, it's a huge priority for the Army as far as where we want to go in the future. I would tell you from an industry perspective, I think there's a lot of opportunity to partner with the government and specifically the Army on what we want to do, understanding, the place for both commercial and MilSatCom going forward. We really need a lot of help from industry on this. We've done a lot of, managed service from an airtime perspective, but there's a lot of opportunity as we move forward to, leverage best practices from industry who's got a head start on us as far as, integrating across different constellations.
The U.S. military has years of experience excelling at acquiring intelligence, but can still face the challenge of outdated networks and infrastructure, making that mission-critical data sharing across the battle space a real challenge, even potentially a dangerous disadvantage in an increasingly adversarial world. The U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, and Navy are conducting trials of a cutting-edge satellite and antennas in a concerted effort to leverage next-gen connectivity for real-time targeting of enemy assets and high-speed information delivery.
At Isotropic Systems, we're delivering the first full-performance, multi-link, multi-orbit terminal that unlocks access to commercial and government satellites. And Isotropic Systems' unique multi-beam technology unlocks the connectivity and flexibility for each user to be able to take the strengths of the multitude of new satellite systems that are coming online, both in GEO and NGSO.
The Army's Phase 2 trials of the terminal this summer will showcase the antenna's ability to simultaneously link with SES satellites in GEO and MEO orbits. That's a defining change and a competitive edge for the military and government agencies looking to leverage real-time data sharing, high-quality comms on the go, even drone surveillance.
Of taking a very high throughput capability like O3b mPOWER, being able to couple that with a flat panel, very low profile antenna that can see nearly to the horizon, 70-degree scanning.
Future efforts such as artificial intelligence, cloud computing, cloud edge computing, a capability like a high throughput, like a LEO MEO that has high levels of throughput, low levels of latency. We really bring the ability to what used to be considered capabilities that we would only have in rear echelons, bring those to the to the forward fight. So it's pretty much a huge paradigm shift and how we'll be able to provide networking capabilities at the edge. So definitely something that the Army is heavily interested in, and a lot of partnering with industry to look at our options.
Power is going to be game-changing in many different areas. It's an incredible amount of throughput, but it brings with it inherent security features, anti-jam features as it's rotating around the Earth at equatorial orbit.
We've been seeing advancements on the satellite side at incredible speeds that we've never seen before. This has been unlocked by lower launch costs, being able to get technology into space faster, and to test it out and deploy new services. We're going to be seeing this advanced capability come online with new systems like mPOWER. And finally, we have a terminal on the ground that matches these advanced satellite systems with the isotropic multi-beam.
Time it takes from a target to be found, acquired, and then fired upon. Well, historically, this has taken anywhere from 10 to 15 or even 20 minutes for an Army tank or an Army drone to find an enemy target and actually decide it's the right thing to fire on at the right time with the right weapon. Well, now, due to artificial intelligence and high-speed satellite connectivity, the Army has shortened that process to a matter of seconds. It's a paradigm-changing element in future warfare where a decisive advantage over a potential enemy can be achieved in a matter of seconds by completing this process faster. Satellites are fundamental to this.
If you look at what sensor to shooter really is in simple terms, right, it refers to the network, basically carrying out the process of moving the data from the data to the shooter, to the ground station, the air and missile platforms, all the way to the mechanisms that we use to ensure that those sensors are in the right place. So from a LEO-MEO perspective, as well as, high throughput GEO, all of those go to enhance the Army's ability to move that secure data between the command posts, the soldiers on the move, all the way through the sensors, the shooters piece of this.
Dynamic battle space, these frontline warfighters need to be able to rely on their comms. They can't be left blind in the field without access to the intelligence and data and the comms. And the highest uptime and quality of service that we can offer with the Isotropic terminal is going to be revolutionary for these warfighters.
Kris Osborn, Warrior Maven.